Hello, and welcome to episode 563 of Prog Reviewing. If you haven't read the title description, I'm talking about Brave, the Deluxe Edition. Limited Deluxe Edition? Yeah, limited, you know. It's one of them ones that they've done. Don't worry, I'll be doing an unboxing. It'll happen over my words, so my words will become pictures. Oh, that's magical. This is the band's 7th studio album, originally released 7th February 1994. I was there, got it on the day of release. And this is part of the series. They're going to be bringing these out the EMI years, so that's from Script to Afraid of Sunlight. And all in between are going to get one of these. We've already had Misplaced Childhood, now we've got these. So it's kind of higgledy-piggledy. I guess they're going to do one from Fish era, one from the Hogarth era. It's going to go back and forth. You have your obligatory Steve Wilson remix. Huzzah! And that's it. So anyway, the meat and potatoes of this, the reason I've turned up is, of course, for the 5.1 mix. Brave is a very dense album. Lots of stuff. It's deep. There's lots of bits in it. There's lots of audio collages layered, and it's a very dense record. And so I was really looking forward to hearing. What a plum! To hearing what it was going to be like expanded, into 5.1. See how it felt, and it was brilliant. It really was. It really is a brilliant mix. If you're into 5.1 and if you're into this album, you gotta get it. You gotta get it because it's worth it just for that. Stereo mix is alright, but I kind of prefer the original. So, again, I have that thing where I don't really, I think the original stereo, unless the original stereo mix is completely foobar, I don't see why it should exist. It should replace, if you know what I mean. It's like an alternative, if you know what I mean. No, I've not expressed myself very well at all there. Oh, Darren, how long have you been doing this? Too fucking long. Yeah, the stereo mix from Wilson isn't meant to replace the one from Dave Megan. It's meant to kind of sit beside it. That's it. That's what I meant. But to me, the original is always going to be the better one. The stereo mix is fine. It's all right. It's good. It's there's no. I wouldn't say there's anything revelationary in the stereo mix. It's all in the 5.1, which is just cinematic. It really is. It really is cinematic, and I really enjoyed it. And it made me a bit melancholy. It made me realise that I knew the album far too well because I knew all the bits and I knew all the songs and even stuff like Hard as Love and what was the other one I don't like? Paper Lies. Even those two tracks, it's just Paper Lies I think I can't stand. Hard as Love I'm kind of warming to. weren't too bad. But it's not perfect. It's not perfect, you see. It's not a perfect collection. The 5.1 and the Blu-ray disc is good because you get a lovely interview with the band. It's only an hour and 10 minutes. I think the previous one was an hour and a half, but you're not going to necessarily go on and on about it. But it was nice to see the band talking about the making of the record. That was an added bonus. You also get 3 videos from the time, Great Escape, Hollow Man, and Alone Again in the Lap of Luxury, and that's nice. That's nice. But, and it's a big but. I have issues. You know me. I always have issues. So you get the Stephen Wilson mix of stereo mix on a CD. They bundle in Dave Megan original album mix. Why? We don't need it. You'd have already got it if you'd have bought the original. See, that's a prop, you see. I'll be back to that in a minute. Most Marillion fans who buy this have probably already got this. Oops, I just banged the mic. I'm ever so sorry if you're wearing headphones. Oops. Oh dear. So yeah, I don't really understand that. Maybe Dave Megan said I'm not doing it unless you put my mix in it. However, So you got that, right? But there were a load of tracks that were released as B-sides on the various CD singles at the time, which could have been included to make it a more complete package. They did it with the Misplaced Childhood one. There was some B-sides and whatnot. And here, he says, now I'm going to refer to this, like I say, there's the Great Escape Orchestral version, Marriott Jam, Hollow Man Acoustic, Winter Trees, acoustic version, Alone Again, A Lap of Luxury, Runaway Acoustic, and then a load of... I think they've got some instrumental stuff and demos that were on this, which they could have put onto this, and of course the Spiral remake of The Great Escape, which does feature on here on the Blu-ray, I believe. But again, more, not less is more. I know they've used that. I know Marillion have used that, but here you need as much as you can. So again, that second disc for me is... Don't need it. And they should have had all these missing bits. Yeah? I think you'll agree. We want this to be, an ultimate edition, the thing. And then you get disc 3 and 4, which is a live performance from the 29th of April in France. And you get them doing all of Brave and some nice... other stuff. And it's a good gig, and again, I have no issue with that. I mean, a lot of these bands insist on putting live material in. It's all right, I suppose. It's all right if that's how it's got to be. It pushes the price up. But again, I always wonder why they didn't put the live stuff on the Blu-ray, so you don't have to fuck about jumping around with discs and stuff, like what they do on the XTC discs and King Crimson Blu-rays. Now they put everything on, don't they? So that's me moaning again. The booklet's nice. You get some words. You get some words and some pictures. But yeah, it was a bit expensive. It was doing, I think, about 30. It all depends, 30 to 35 on Amazon. That price could vary. It could go up and down. So, again, I think it's a bit lacking. I like it because it's Brave and it's Marillion, but the Misplaced Childhood release showed the way it should be done. And I'm going to mention Jethro Tull again. That's how it should be done, with extra bits put on. Scale back the live stuff. So we don't need to hear Dave Meegan's original mix. If we do, put it on the Blu-ray. That's what the Blu-ray's for. Just saying. I think that's a reasonable request. So yeah, it falls between stools. It's two stools. It's not perfect. Nothing's ever. Only me. I'm perfection. I think you'll all agree. But it falls between two stools. So you're really kind of only buying it if you're a diehard for the Blu-ray, for the 5.1 mix and the interview, because unless you really like the live, unless you really want to get that, you're a completist and you want that live show. So yeah, it's not as engaging as the Misplaced Childhood one because of the lack of content, which again you get on here. Again, you take the second disc out of here, you throw the Megan disc away, and you put that disc in here. Am I right or am I right? I'm right. I think I'm right, and that's what I can imagine happening with a lot of these reissues. We can just expand it with putting the second discs of these in our sets and then throwing these away, or keeping the booklet because there's some interviews in there that are quite good. So yeah, 5.1 gets... you got to hear it. You got to hear it if you're a fan of the album and you're a fan of 5.1. You have to hear it. But I'm kind of, it's not. I like the spot varnish printing on the. I like that with the Anne Frank's diary, the words from Anne Frank's diary on there. So it's good. So yeah. Oh God, how do I rate it? Because this is difficult because I think it's worth it for the. I'm here for the 5.1 mixes, but if you're coming at it and you're a fan, I don't know. It's a funny one, and it's a bit more expensive, £35. I'm going to give it 3 runaways out of 5. That's 3 runaways out of 5, and that's just because I think they could have done it a bit better. It could have been a bit better, but remember, I give it a solid 5 paper lies out of 5 for the 5.1 mix. All right. So that should keep the fans happy. Okay then. I hope that's all right. And I look forward to the next one. I wonder what the next one's going to be. Will it be Script? Will it be Fugazi? Will it be the other one? Clutching at Straws. Oh, I remembered. Or we'll get another Hogarth one. Afraid of Sunlight. I like that one. But anyway, thank you for watching. My name is Darren, and I've been talking about Brave, the Deluxe limited edition version. Thank you for watching. Do give it the stick your thumb right up and subscribe and all that cobblers, and there's the Patreon and the social media. It's all in the description. And that's it. There's only one more thing left to say, and that is Prog on.